Hey guys, in this video, we're going to talk about what you should do if you're a U.S. citizen or a green card holder, petitioner's spouse who has been devastated by news that the spouse that you're trying to bring to America now has an immigration problem that you may or may not have been aware of. Now what? We're going to talk about how to navigate these very rough waters and how to bring your spouse to the United States to be with you. I'm Latoya McBean Pompey, an immigration lawyer in New York, working with clients globally and nationwide, of course, at McBean Law, where we believe that freedom is now. Freedom now. At McBean Law, we work with clients exactly like you who are facing these very difficult issues in your marriage and, of course, during this immigration journey. We understand it very well. You may reach out to us for a consultation, but before you do that, go to our website, read our success stories, and see what we've done for other couples. Go to McBeanLaw.com/success to see what we've done. And then finally, before you go today, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell so that you will be the first to get notice of my videos each week. Let's talk about this problem. Here you are in the United States. You meet the love of your life across waters. You're thinking, well, I've got to bring him here or I've got to bring her here right away because I don't want anything to interfere with us coming together sooner rather than later, of course. This is my disclaimer. If you had started this marital journey with someone who you met on the internet, for example, on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or some other way on the internet, of course, you've got to be extremely careful about this because you want to ensure that this individual is not using you just to get a green card and come to America. So be very careful. Have all of those alerts. You have your eyes open, of course. Take this person through a very, very, very intense scrutiny before you decide to even fly over there to meet him or her, and certainly before you decide to marry him or her. Now, let's say you've done all of that. All is well. This is a genuine marriage, and you start the filing process for your spouse. And then you receive a letter from immigration asking you for more evidence about what? A divorce decree. Maybe immigration is alleging that the spouse that you have in another country is not divorced from his or her previous spouse. And you're shocked by this. Or maybe not. Maybe you know that he or she was married before, and so no big deal. You confront the issue. You send in the immigration letter is asking you to send in. You think, okay, all is well. Well, that divorce decree goes into immigration, and then they hit you with another letter notifying you that they intend to deny this case because according to their research, the divorce decree that has been submitted to them isn't real. They could not find it anywhere on any government database or website to confirm that it truly is an authenticated divorce decree. And now you feel really, really blindsided because the document that you sent to immigration you thought was real and genuine, and it turns out it was not. What you should do if you're in this situation, firstly, is of course meet with an immigration attorney immediately to address the situation. Because if you're in a situation in which your spouse in another country has not lawfully divorced his or her spouse there, then you're not lawfully married and immigration will deny your case. So you're going to have to start this process all over again once he or she, your foreigner spouse, gets his authenticated divorce. So always check to make sure that your spouse who had claimed to be married before has an authenticated divorce decree. Drill down into this issue before you file your case. Now, the second thing that could happen potentially for some people is if it's not the divorce decree problem, the other problem could be the fact that your foreigner spouse had previously applied for a visitor visa or went through some other immigration process to come to the United States and misrepresented on a visa application, and he or she goes to the embassy for an interview and the embassy says, well, we cannot approve you for this spousal visa process because 2 years ago or 5 years ago or 10 years ago you applied for a visa and you lied to us or you misrepresented on that visa application alleging certain things that are not true. Therefore, you're inadmissible to the United States. Now what? not to worry. Your spouse can still come in and be with you. Again, meet with an immigration lawyer about this particular problem because your spouse will need a waiver of inadmissibility. That's the second thing that could happen. The third thing that could happen to slow down the process of bringing your foreigner spouse here is spouse goes to the embassy interview. He or she becomes nervous, confused, and cannot answer the questions properly and correctly or coherently about how he met you. How did the relationship develop? When was the last time he saw you? When did you last come to the country to visit him? Like basic questions about your journey as a couple, he gets wrong. And as a result of that, the embassy says, well, we're going to pause this process because we think that something else might be going on here that isn't genuine. We would like more evidence from you. And so, okay, not to worry, that could be dealt with too. Again, with legal help, of course. More evidence about the bona fide nature of your marriage can be submitted to the U.S. Embassy after some time and trying to get a hold of the embassy and ensuring that they have the evidence and all is well. They will call your spouse back in and issue that visa to him or her. That's the other way that this could go. The other way that it happens for some people is if the embassy says, well, we think that this marriage isn't genuine and we're going to recommend to USCIS that this case be revoked, that the approved I-130 petition that you spent so much time working on be revoked. And then they send this request back to USCIS and it takes it forever, a year or even longer for USCIS to get this notice and then for USCIS to inform you that they intend to revoke your approved I-130, although you have a genuine marriage. What in the world? But this is what happens, friends. And if you do get that notice of intent to revoke, they only give you a very short period of time to answer it. So immediately get legal help if you're in that situation. There are so many ways that things can be slowed down when you're trying to bring your foreigner spouse to the United States. But do not lose heart. The only time when you can consider giving up, so to speak. When I say give up, I mean on the green card, not bringing him here maybe as a visitor, but on the green card side of things, is if your foreigner spouse has an inadmissibility problem for which there is no immigration benefit, no green card attached to the process. For example, if he or she had been in the United States before and been deported for an aggravated felony in recent years, well, you cannot bring that spouse back to the United States with a green card. Or if he or she is outside of the United States and they've committed a very serious crime in their country or in another country, that very serious crime makes them inadmissible or barred from getting a green card. So that's the other issue that can come up that would stop that spouse from coming here permanently. However, if your spouse, foreigner spouse, is in a situation like that with the inadmissibility problem of being permanently barred from getting a green card, well, he or she could always seek a non-immigrant visa waiver and get a visitor visa to come to the United States temporarily to visit you and go back home. Friends, do not lose heart. I know it can be very frustrating because you want to bring your spouse to America as soon as possible. You want to sleep in the same bed every single night. You want to sit around the same dining table every single day and eat together. You want to go to the mall together. You want to go shopping together. You want to go to the movies together. You want to live your life together. And marriage is such a sacred journey. You want to be together right away. Do not let anything interfere with this process. Contact us at McBean Law. We work on all of these scenarios. We're here for you. We would be happy to speak with you in a consultation about what went wrong and how to get you back on the right track. I hope you found this video helpful. Again, don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you go today and hit that notification bell. Guys, thanks for watching and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.